Saturday at Ashburton, when Mid-Canterbury hosts North Otago. And the bucket's not the only crime in that particular outfit. Here's Jock.
Hi everybody, welcome to Heartland Rugby, brought to you of course by Main Freight. And we're outside the big Main Freight depot here in Ashburton. A lot of activity goes on here, a lot of freight goes through here every week. But we're here for the rugby. North Otago have come up to take on Mid-Canterbury. Now Mid-Canterbury had an outstanding start last week. They won in Foxton against last year's Meads Cup runners-up, Horowhenua Kapiti, so they'll be on the top of their game. But North Otago, ever since the inception of this competition, North Otago have always been there or thereabouts. They're a tough nut to crack.
So there's a few young fellas in this team, but they've coming off a very good win against Bulla last week. Interestingly, both teams won by the same margin, 30-24.
Yep, both in good form, so we're in for a doozy. And I tell you what, Mace, it is hard to pick a favourite between these two.
16 minutes gone at the showgrounds here in Ashburton, and Mid-Canterbury got a great drive going on here. Now the backs get a go. Well, sort of the backs. Koroitamana. And turnover out. Turnover ball, always dangerous. Lilicama, always dangerous. Great support play. Look at him go. Brilliant play. Josh Buchan. Well, turned defence into attack, and North Otago are in.
Absolutely switched on, didn't they, North Otago? As soon as that turnover occurred, they tried to get it wide. They did to Letham. Here we go on the wet and forget replay. And Josh Buchan, you'll see him, jersey 10. He is a player of origin, so he's a local boy. Went to Waitaki Boys, moved away, came back. And Bucky, they call him, underneath the sticks. But just love the attitude, that transition from the defence straight to attack.
Fransen. North Otago lead by 7-0, converted try to Josh Buchan. But Mid-Canterbury have had plenty of the ball and they've had plenty of territory. And here's Nabakeke. He might go in. Yes, he will. Under the post. Well, he got a try last week. Gets another one today. Timoci Nabakeke.
Beautiful width of the passing when we look on the wet and forget replay. Wide again. Okay, missed tackle there coming up. Unfortunately, a beautiful step. Nabakeke, just the agility, the balance. Spectacular finish too, right at the end. But just once more, using both teams, using the whole paddock, every blade of grass.
Well, there's supporters here from both teams, the North Otago Supporters Club, who are great supporters of their team. They've travelled up State Highway 1 from Oamaru to Ashburton, and they're getting plenty to look at here too by the look of it. Naufahu wants the ball, but it's being impeded in.
Make mention of the referee you see there in orange, Jamie Nutbrown, one of our leading referees, plays refs right up to Super Rugby level. A very handy rugby player on his own right in his day, and made a great transition.
Buchan. Looks pretty good. Up go the flags, and at half-time, 10 points to 7. North Otago ahead by just that late penalty goal. Josh Buchan scored the lot.
Nothing in it though, is it, Mace? Absolutely nothing in it. So there's your mate again. The aliens have landed, but hey, fair play to the guy. If you got style, why not flaunt it? Well done, champ.
North Otago charging at or towards the line. Naufahu with the outlet pass. He'll come into play again.
So good at building things slowly, aren't they, North Otago? Here we go. Oh,
Darling. And that's not you I'm talking to. Ralph Darling gets his second try for the season, and it's right under the bin. Geez, always there or thereabouts, isn't he?
Well, a great player knows where to be, and we look at the wet and forget replay. North Otago, as mentioned, very patient side, good at the pick and drive, sucking in the defence. The defence on that occasion trying to race wide where North Otago have been going. Darling made a beautiful call, signalling to the sky too, or maybe some of his whānau, and congratulating himself for that wonderful 5-pointer.
A try-scoring prop forward, Ralph Darling, was the captain of the team for a year or two, not now. Sam Sturgis doing that. Darling's a leader though, and he's in play again. Naufahu ducks around a man and goes into the corner. Just let him run, let him run, let him run. And North Otago open up a bit of a gap.
And this what makes North Otago such a great side. We just saw moments ago Ralph Darling try with a pick and drive and patience. Now we're looking at the wet and forget replay. The width they can play with and support runners. Darling calling in the skill to offload, and then once more going on to the outside, make it really difficult for Mid-Canterbury. Mid-Canterbury, we talked about right at the start of the match, are in form. They're a good side. They're a contender, no doubt about that. But at the moment, boy, North Otago just running caper out there.
Will McKenzie. Off the back of the scrum comes Innocent. Innocent, a lone player from up the road at high school. Oh, boys, there we go. Koroitamana goes in, closes the gap. After this kick, there'll only be a point in it. Koroitamana, good try.
Ruck defence for North Otago when they look at this on the video. Boy, they need to get numbers there for next week.
Cinnamoni in under the bin. Naufahu, he's been very good, the halfback today. Very good indeed. Now out wide runs Fakatoufifita, and into the corner he goes. So North Otago open it out again, but this is wide. The kick will be important.
Junior Fakatoufifita, we see this on the wet and forget replay. Good strength, good depth, clearly for North Otago. Quite a young side. We mentioned how inexperienced they have, but they've got good quality players coming off the pine, and that is vital to a 23-man game.
Looking to hit back, Mid-Canterbury. Donlan gets his face squashed in the dirt. Green Slade.
Oh, great offload.
What a ball.
Magical.
What a great ball, up and over the top. Heywood gets the try, but all the good work was done by Koroitamana.
He's lying prone on the ground. I don't think he can believe it himself. The wet and forget replay. Two defenders, both of them went really high. Koroitamana went through that gap and just somehow popped the old pip, and there it went.
He's got a try already too, Fakatoufifita. Sets it up in midfield, Darling. Gets a lot of touches for a prop forward, but he's been dispossessed. And away comes Blythe. Now the kick ahead and the chase. And there are plenty chasing as well. Back goes Slater, he's under real pressure.
Try.
Fransen got there. What do the officials say? The officials say try. North Otago can't believe it.
We're going to get a good look at this here. Dan Fransen, you see the player on the far right-hand side, lining it up spot on in terms of his timing. And look at the determination. It was a good kick, but made better with Dan Fransen's effort and just that last gasp. Wow, the bounce of the ball going away from the North Otago player, but everything there was down to Dan Fransen and his determination.
Sturgis with the wide pass. Now Lilicama, he's a try-scoring machine, Simon Lilicama. Don't let him loose. Murphy, big and strong. North Otago looking to put the icing on the cake. Darling again, very close. 4 metres out. Sturgis. That's Lilicama. Lilicama, who scores them from miles out, has got one from half a metre out.
Well, Simon Lilicama, he sets up plenty, but this is dramatic, right on the death. Kick to come, of course, but some great lines run by the forwards. Lilicama, right player, right spot, and what a play. What a play. There's the score, Mace, 33-32.
No pressure, Josh. Buchan with the kick to win it. There she goes. And at the death, North Otago, the converted try.
So the standout features in week 2 of this competition is 5 away wins from the team. Only one home win. Wanganui, King Country remain unbeaten. North Otago also, they scored at the death. South Canterbury, only team to win at home, 40 points to 11 over Poverty Bay.
Close results, and that means we're close on the scoreboard as well. King Country, look at that. 2 4-try bonus points to them, sees them ahead of Wanganui and North Otago. But it's close, isn't it? Mid-Canterbury, Horowhenua, Kapiti and Thames Valley make up that group. East Coast bringing up the rear, but don't count out South Canterbury, West Coast or Poverty Bay just yet. In fact, don't count out any of them. Don't count out administrators either. You reckon he'll turn up next week? When Horowhenua Kapiti play South Canterbury at Wellington. King Country host North Otago at Taumaranui. Long time since there's been any rep rugby at Taumaranui, so that's a big day. Another important game, Mid-Canterbury, West Coast. And can East Coast get one over Wairarapa Bush in their game at Ruatoria? We'll have the results of all of those matches, highlights of all of them too, next week, right here on Main Freight Rugby.